Live, it's Bolo. Now brought to you by George Road Insurance, www.hssp.cc, sportsjuice.com. And these are all the fights that got us through the week. Good Lord. There were plenty of them, too. Sunday night, Quezon City, Philippines. Bantamweight action, Jerry Penalosa. TKO victory in the 8th round over Ratanachai Sorvorapin. He retains his bantamweight title of the world. Vorapin moves down to 72-10 with 48 knockouts. Nice.
Yeah, you don't see those high numbers on fights.
And Penalosa 53-6, 53-6-2 with 36 knockouts. Jerry Penalosa, he took the title, but when he knocked out Johnny Gonzalez last summer, so that's very noteworthy.
Yeah.
Very, very noteworthy because Johnny Gonzalez is.
Yeah, he's working his way back to the top now.
Yeah, he's a big name. He's a big name. Pardon me. Junior featherweight action. Ray Batista knockout in the second round over Gennaro Camargo. Batista 25-1 with 18 knockouts, and only Ponce de Leon got to Ray Batista, and that was a freaking doozy.
There's not very many guys that Ponce de Leon doesn't get to.
Very true. He knocked out Gennaro Camargo. Camargo is 16-4 with 10 knockouts. Junior bantamweight action, AJ Banal, TKO victory in the 4th round over Kirill Herrera. That was a title eliminator. Banal still undefeated, 17-0-1 with 14 knockouts. Herrera only one loss. They both came into this undefeated. Someone's O had to go, and it was Herrera's. 21-1 with 13 knockouts. Banal is only 19 years old, and he's already ready for I said ready twice. He's already ready for a title shot.
And he's 17-0 at 19 years old. That's pretty tough to get that many fights. He must have started his career in Mexico to build up his record that high.
Yeah, you got to bring up the Mexicans.
Well, that's basically where the only place you can get sanctioned before you're 18.
Sanctioning is strictly optional down there. Saturday night in Bolton, England, lightweight action. Amir Khan, TKO victory in the 7th round over Martin Christensen. Title eliminator. Khan still undefeated, 17-0 with 13 knockouts. Christensen 19-2-3 with 5
a little
knockouts.
Longer in this one than what he usually does.
He's usually knocking guys out a lot earlier than the 7th round. He's just a beast, though. Talk about 17-0.
Yeah, well, 17-0 for Khan. It's a little bit different. I mean, this guy he's
been fighting big names too.
Yeah, he's built up to be the star at this weight class, and I mean, it's obvious that he's going to end up being the champ in the future.
They're talking about him fighting Campbell relatively soon for his title shot. Yeah. Now that this was a title eliminator, he is now made the mandatory. It's
basically him and Andre Berto are the two big names that are up and coming in the lower weight classes.
One of the terms that has really pissed me off lately is they're referring to fighters as eventual mandatories. I'm a mandatory or I'm not. You got to fight me next or you don't have to fight me next. Am I just in line for the popsicle or do I get the next popsicle?
Well, they're saying eventual mandatory because once the champion beats the mandatory, he dropped below, so this guy's the top right guy, so he's eventually going to be the mandatory.
Glad some ink was wasted on that garbage. He will be the mandatory as soon as Saturn lines up with Uranus. Saturday night, San Juan, Puerto Rico, junior flyweight action. Ivan Calderon, the Iron Boy. 12-round unanimous decision over Nelson Diepa. Really, really cool quote by Dan Raphael of ESPN.com. There are 3 constants in the world: death, taxes, and a dominant decision victory by Calderon. Yeah. He beats everyone by decision, and he dominates them in that decision, but he doesn't knock anyone out.
What's he, 6 knockouts, I believe, in his career?
6 knockouts out of 31 wins.
And
he was fighting brooms for those 6 fights.
Well, plus at the beginning of his career, he was at minimum weight and basically never lost a round when he fought down at that weight.
Very true. Junior featherweight Eric Morel, knockout in the 6th round over Carlos Valcarcel. He is 9-2-4 with 4 knockouts, moving down and moving on up. 37-2 with 19 knockouts for Eric Morel. Morel had to leave because of a sexual assault charge. He's back in the ring now, and that's all I feel like saying. Because he got charged for sexual assault. So he won. Big whoop. Saturday night, Rama, Ontario. You wouldn't think Ontario, Canada would have a place called Rama. Sounds like Egypt. Junior featherweight, Steve Malador. 12-round unanimous decision over Fernando Beltran. Molitor and Beltran. Tell me that doesn't sound like 2 baseball players fighting each other. Retains the Junior Featherweight Championship of the World, 120 to 107 twice, and 119 to 108 once. Molitor still undefeated, 27-0 with 10 knockouts. Beltran Jr., 33-1 draw, 18 knockouts. Molitor is called the Canadian Kid, and here we go. Another great job. Another great job for him. Saturday night, Dusseldorf, Germany, where Augustus Gloop is from. He won the first golden ticket, by the way. Middleweight action, Felix Sturm, TKO victory in the 7th round over Jamie Pittman. He retains the Middleweight Championship of the World. Sturm, 29-2-1 with 13 knockouts. Pittman is 16-1 with 7 knockouts. He retains a Middleweight Championship of the World, Mo. You want to explain how that works? I thought Kelly Pavlik was undefeated. It's the difference between super and regular.
Regular championship. And they quit even calling it the regular championship now. They just
call it the title. It's all garbage. It's all garbage.
The speakers work.
Nice.
That sounded good, man.
Maybe you should put your feet up on the table. You should just relax, dude. Drink your 40. Drink your 40 beer. It's more like a 36 right now. That's a whole lot of beer.
This section brought to you by MGD.
Friday night, Cabazon, California, lightweight action. Jesus, the Matador Chavez. 10th round unanimous decision over Daniel Jimenez. 97-93 and 96-94 twice. Chavez 43-4 with 29 knockouts. Jimenez 17-3 with 1 draw, 10 knockouts. Jesus Chavez. He was a hell of a fighter. He had plenty of problems.
He had a couple knee surgeries.
That was after he killed Leo Vander Johnson in the ring.
Yeah, well, he killed Leo Vander Johnson. Then he had the 1 knee surgery, and then basically his next fight back, his other knee got blown out.
Yeah, he's not having a good time with his legs.
No.
But no, he fought this guy like it was his job. Daniel Jimenez. 17.
Jimenez, I believe we've seen in Cicero before.
17-2. Oh yeah, we've seen him more than once. Yeah, 17-2. He was definitely no slouch. He had 10 knockouts of those 17 wins.
He was pretty impressive, actually, if I believe.
He won. He won one of the times that we covered him.
Puerto Rican fighter that gets the job done.
But Chavez did it like it was his job, like I said. Featherweight action on the undercard, oddly enough, speaking of Cicero. Johnny Gonzalez, TKO victory in the 3rd round over Edel Ruiz. Gonzalez 37-6 with 31 knockouts. Ruiz moving on down to 28-20-5. Johnny Gonzalez. I didn't know that Johnny Gonzalez had 5 losses.
Yeah, it's.
I thought he only had 1 loss.
Well, he built up and basically upset. I can't remember who he upset to get the title. They weren't planning on him winning the title, and ended up coming up and taking it. And then shortly after, lost it again. But
couldn't tell you. Friday night fights. This is the stuff you saw. This.
I saw most of it. I didn't see the main event.
You didn't see Jason Estrada and Lance Whitaker?
I didn't make it.
Oh, that was the biggest, boringest, dumbest fight I've seen in a good while. Jason Estrada, you're a heavyweight that is boring to watch. Usually the really big heavyweights are boring. You're not a big heavyweight and you're boring. What do you have no excuse.
That's what I like about Malo. Malo's a small
heavyweight.
But fights like a big heavyweight.
Fights like a middleweight. Fights like a crazy man. Just throwing punches from every angle. He just looks like he's pissed off the whole time.
Looks like he's in a bar fight.
I love watching Malo fight, but this night we had no Malo. We had no Chicago heavyweight. We had Jason Estrada, 2004 Olympian, taking on Lance Mount Whitaker, who for a brief time didn't even want to be called Lance Mount Whitaker, wanted to be called Goofy. Absolutely right.
Yeah, that was only like 1 fight though that he wanted to do.
Yeah, he said, I want to be called Goofy. Prince is just called Prince. Roseanne is called Roseanne. Madonna is Madonna. I want to be Goofy. You're stupid.
That's why you get it.
That's why you got messed up by Jason Estrada, the most boring of the heavyweights right now. And he's small. That's weird. Lance Mount Whitaker came in the smallest of his career. He only weighed 239 pounds. He usually weighs about 255 or 260. Which weighs is the Stewards? Friday night, Norwich, England, lightweight action. Yuri Romanov, TKO victory in the 6th round, over John Thaxton. Thursday night, last night while we were going live, Yuri Foreman at junior middleweight got a 10th round unanimous decision over Saul Roman. Joshua Clottey, knocked out Jose Luis Cruz at junior middleweight in the 5th round. Very, very cool.
It was a little bit of an early stoppage, but that one wasn't quite as bad as the Eurobor Foreman was actually a little bit of an early stoppage, and this one was even quicker. Claudia didn't really even have him that badly hurt. He was
winning. He won every round.
And he was winning convincingly, but the guy was firing back still.
Yeah.
And they just stopped it because they said that it was just an accumulation of punches and he had no chance of winning, so he stopped it.
I don't remember the referee's name. I don't think I've seen him before. Hopefully I don't see him again. That was not quality work. No. That was not quality work. And, got to throw in Shambe Mitchell.
Sprinkle him on top. Huh?
Because Jose Luis Cruz lost only against former champions. Shane Mosley, Shambe Mitchell, and of course Shimon Alvarez, who Claudia beat to become the mandatory in the first place against Cintron, whatever. And that's all that fight.
Well, they're talking about this fight actually for Claudia getting him back to winning.
He needs to get back in title contention.
Well, they're saying that he's going to get a shot against getting his avenging that one of those losses that he has against Margarito, which was the one that he actually probably won in most people's eyes at the beginning of the fight, and then broke both his hands and came back. And a lot of people thought he would end up winning that fight, and it's hard not to say that he would have.
Well, they say Claudia now has pretty much cemented his chance to get back up into title contention. Problem is, the people he wants to fight are already locked up and stuff.
Yeah.
Cintron and Margarito, they're about to fight their second fight. The winner of that's probably going to fight Cotto. So that's going to take you through the year.
Yeah.
They're going to become the mandatory for Cotto. Okay, what? If you're only in April and you've already got 08 sewn up, well, you want to wait a solid year?
I know they said that if one of them wins, they fight. He's going to fight for his title again. He's basically going to get a title shot here coming up now. It's either going to be against the winner of the Margarito and Cintron fight, or he'll get a shot against Cotto, depending on how the Cintron and
the Claudia he'll just bypass everyone and just go to Cotto?
Yeah.
Oh God. If I'm Cotto, I'm making that boy earn his way to me.
That he already has. That's what he was. He said he started a little slow in this fight because he was trying to protect his #1 ranking.
Yeah.
That's why he was trying to.
Fine, but if I'm Cotto, I want him to go through Cintron or Margarito, whoever wins.
Yeah.
Slow that guy down a little bit. Claudia's good.
Yeah, he is.
Claudia's good. I wish Diego Chico Corrales was still around for 1,000,000,001 reasons, but the 1,000,000,002 is just to ask him how hard Joshua Claudia hits, because that was Corrales' last fight. And that's that. Let's take another break, and we'll be right back with all the fights that are going to be getting us through the next week. And then it'll be time for our topic. Our topic tonight is all about the importance of a good ring announcer. And I don't...
And that wasn't one.
I don't mean ring commentator. I mean announcer in the ring, announcing the fighters. I want you to hit us up on the hotline. I want you to hit us on instant message. I want you to own this conversation. I want you to be part of this conversation. Timmy, how can they do that?
Hit us up on the hotline, 219-743-9743. Yahoo Instant Messenger is keyword Bolo Punchbox Hour, or you can send us an email at bolopunchboxhour@yahoo.com.
All right, we'll be right back at your Bolo Punchboxing Hour, brought to you by George Rogie Insurance, www.hssp.cc, and sportsjuice.com.
Hi, this is two-time world champion Reggie Johnson. You are listening to Bolo Punch Boxing Hour on hssp.cc. Save me a ringside seat.